My name's Vicki. I found a flyer about grief recovery, and my father had passed away a few months prior, and I had been his primary caretaker for a number of years as his health declined, and was grieving his death. I thought at the time that grief was about death, and thought, well, I better see if I'm doing this right, so I'm going to go to this class and make sure that I'm going through the stages appropriately. When I got to the class, I realized that grief is about all kinds of life losses. They're cumulative, they don't ever stop. And I was really surprised by that because I equated grief with death. I found that my relationship with my father, I had really had plenty of time and lots of good years to not have lots of undelivered communications. But I also realized that I'd had a lot of other losses in my life that I had never grieved appropriately, that I had never really finished with. So what the class did for me was gave me the opportunity to look at my life as a whole and realized a lot of the pieces that were incomplete, a lot of the losses that I had never really gotten over, that I had never really dealt with. It gave me the opportunity to look at my life and to realize the impact of losses, from moving when I was in second grade to having a dog hit by a school bus, and living through a painful divorce, and being a single parent. So many losses that I had never even realized were as important as they had been. So the tools that I gained from going through the grief recovery program, I believe, made me a better listener, a better communicator, and impacted all of the relationships, my relationships with my husband and my children and my friends, my co-workers. I found it to be such a wonderful experience that I took advantage of the opportunity and went through training so that I too could participate in being a facilitator for the grief recovery program. And each time I go through the class with a group of people, I learn more. I learn more about myself. I learn how we are all grievers, and we all have so much more in common than we have differences. So often we keep things inside because we think we're the only ones. And through grief recovery, we learn that we all have lots of unidentified feelings and emotions and experiences that we just keep throwing rocks in our backpack and not dealing with. And it certainly impacts the future that's coming. So what helped me the most was being able to reflect on my life, learn how the things that I had gone through impacted me, and hopefully it has helped me in the relationships that I have now. I've worked with young children for years as a teacher. I have children of my own, I have grandchildren, and I think that it's given me the opportunity to be a better listener and to teach them how to identify their emotions at a very young age, so that they don't go through life taking all those losses and all those feelings and just pushing them in and holding them back and not being able to share how they feel. So hopefully I not only get to work with adults through grief recovery, but hopefully I do a better job with the children in my life and helping them so that they don't feel the need to hold it all in and not learn to express all of those feelings words that as a culture, I believe, we just are taught from the time we're little tiny, oh, just be strong, just be tough, you'll be okay. It's okay to have feelings, and it's okay to have emotions, and it's good to let them out and to talk about them. That's what I've learned through grief recovery.